People have died in violence so far in the wake of President Trump's decision to recognize Jerusalem as the capital of Israel and to start the process of moving the U.S. Embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. Thousands marched in cities across the Middle East in protest to that move today. Correspondent David Lee Miller has our report from Jerusalem tonight.
On the streets of Bethlehem and other parts of the West Bank, thousands of Palestinians again demonstrated in protest against President Trump's Jerusalem declaration. In Gaza, 2 demonstrators were killed by live ammunition. Nearly 700 Palestinians were wounded. Israeli authorities, anticipating even larger crowds following Friday prayers, beefed up troop deployments. But the size of the protests were about the same as the last 2 days. Palestinian extremists fired rockets from Gaza into Israel, but they were either intercepted or landed in unpopulated areas, causing no injuries. Israel retaliated with airstrikes. Other anti-U.S., anti-Israeli demonstrations took place throughout the Muslim world, including Jordan, Indonesia, and Pakistan. Al-Qaeda called for a holy war, targeting the United States and what it called its Zionist and Crusader allies. At the UN Security Council, U.S. allies, the UK, France, and other countries criticized the U.S. position on Jerusalem. U.S. Ambassador Nikki Haley defended President Trump's decision, saying Jerusalem's final status, including its physical boundaries, would be determined by negotiation. She also had a message for Palestinians about the U.S.'s hopes for a peace deal.
To my Palestinian brothers and sisters, I can tell you with complete confidence that the United States is deeply committed to achieving a peace agreement between the Israelis and the Palestinians.
The Palestinian permanent UN observer, who attended the Security Council meeting, urged diplomats to denounce the U.S.'s recognition of Israel's capital. He also said Washington can no longer be an honest broker in negotiating an agreement.
One party cannot continue to monopolize the peace process, especially not one that acts with bias in favor of the occupying power at the expense of the law and the rights of the occupied people.
In a little more than a week, Vice President Pence is expected to visit the region, although a high-ranking Palestinian official has said he is not welcome to meet with the Palestinian president, Mahmoud Abbas. No official decision has been made. Much could depend on events on the ground and whether or not the violence escalates. Brett?
David Lee Miller in Jerusalem. Thank you.